have seen all the previous sessions, then I assume right now that you started to have some idea about artificial intelligence. Now everything we have learned so far is something, and what we will learn in this session is something else. From now, all sessions are going to be extremely important as we are going to take our first serious step into AI world by learning what is AI development process. Don't worry, we are going to cover a very high level information about the process in a very simple way as usual, as it is not our objective to learn how to develop AI solutions. But I guarantee for you that after attending this session and the coming sessions, your way of thinking about data that you have in your company or department will totally change, as you will start thinking about how to use your data and apply artificial intelligence to do something really useful for your company and your business. Getting excited? Let's start our main part of this course. Now let's consider that I am AI consultant and you are my client, and you have asked me to develop AI application for you. The first step to develop AI solution is to ask some questions related to the client application objective, what the client want to achieve, and what are the expectations. The second step is to get the required data. It's the client job and responsibility to hand over the data for the AI engineer or consultant, as the client is the one who have authority to access and get the data from the system. Data can come from a different sources like database, like Oracle, MySQL, MongoDB, or it can be from an IoT device. If we want to monitor the health of a certain device and predict when it's required to do maintenance, then the data which we will study will be coming from the same device. The data can come from the internet as well, like a Twitter. If you want to know what people are talking about your company and whether it is a positive or negative, and what are the most 5 common words people they use in their post the moment they mention your company name in Twitter. So in this case, the data is coming from the internet. The third step is to clean the data. Here we should agree on something, that our data in the database are not usually clean and it might have some error in some fields like missing values, duplicate rows, etc. etc. And here I am not talking about number of rows which are in thousands. I'm talking about millions of rows available in a certain table. So it is very important to know how to clean the data before we go further. Let's take an example. If you have a column of ages for your client, and in that column there was a missing value. Now how to handle this issue? We can use a statistical term which is a mean or the average to calculate the average age in this column and to use the result to fill the missing value in this column. You might say it is not going to be accurate and better to remove the whole row itself. That's right, but what if you have 30 different columns, and if you will remove the whole row, you will lose another 29 values on the same row. So taking this decision is very important, and it is not an easy decision. Another thing which is part of cleaning the data is to remove all the duplicate and repeated rows. Some other things we need to do, or some other activities we need to do, is to clean the data and remove something we call it outlier. Outlier is the value which is far away from the other values existing on the same column. So it is an odd value. And many other things which need to do to clean our data and make it ready for the further steps. Now before we end our first part of AI development process session, I will give you an assignment. Please go to the next smart card and answer the following 2 questions. First question is, if you have a gender column which will have a binary data, male or female, and you have a missing value, how you are going to handle it? The second question is, if you have the following column with these values, please advise how you are going to fill the missing value. We'll continue the remaining part of AI development process in the next session. See you then.